Hi, welcome back to the channel. So I am wrapping it up for the day, and I think this is day 5 I've spent over here. I actually got pulled away for a couple of days there where I was, well, Sunday was church, and then I had another job I had to do Monday. So either way, I just wanted to do a quick update and show you guys how it was coming out here at this mobile that we are doing. Let me turn the camera around here. So I got all of this here by the back door. It is all framed up and ready for the subfloor to be screwed down. And right here, I got these holes framed up and patched in. They are good to go, ready for floor covering to go over it. In here in the living room, I had to cut out up underneath of this window. Somebody had a previous patch job there, and there was no support under it. So although it wasn't rotten, there just was no support there. So I cut that out and framed it in. Got a nice, it's all nice and strong there everywhere. That we've done that, we've got it really good and strong. I'm really pleased with the way everything is turning out. Here in this corner, they had a piece of a coffee can or something flattened out and put over a hole there in the corner. So we framed that out, cut that rotten stuff out, and put another piece of plywood in there. And still got to do some work over here at the front door. I ran out of lumber for framing. It took more than I thought because I kept encountering more stuff than I thought, such as right here earlier. I was right there in the hallway screwing that down, and I looked in here. I knew there was a dip there, but I didn't notice how dramatic it was. Let me put a straight edge on that and I'll show you guys how dramatic that is. Anyway, I'm going to have to do something right here. This is not going to fly. If you can see underneath that straight edge, there's probably a 1/2 inch of a dip there, and I do not feel comfortable putting underlayment down on that with it being that much of a dip, even because this is particle board. Thank you, sweetie. My wife said nice as usual. Anyway, if it was a plywood or something, I did explain to the people who I'm doing this for that there's no way to get all this waviness out of this floor. Yeah, I don't much like doing stuff like that on a wood floor, because whenever the wood moves, as far as the self-leveler, Juicy Fruit, thank you for that suggestion, but I don't like to use floor patch on a wood floor. If it's wood floor, I just fix it and put underlayment down, and takes care of all of that. Just if I do use a floor patch on a wood floor, it's very thin, maybe just for a feather, but something that dramatic, I'm definitely not going to do it with, because this is an old floor and it does move and stuff like that. So that stuff I would just feel would get all cracked up underneath my underlayment and make a bunch of noise and just run everything. So I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. Anyway, because that is dipped down so much there, if it was a plywood, I might be okay with that. For instance, if I do put a piece of plywood there and it's still that dramatic, because it's obvious that this joist here is a lot lower than that joist right there is what's going on. But because I'm going to put a piece of plywood there, my staples from the underlayment is going to hold in a lot stronger rather than this old particle board. So I'll be okay with that if we can get this particle board out of that area. And again, I did explain to the person that I'm doing this for that there was no way to get all of these humps out unless I redid the whole floor. So it's just an old mobile. We got this here patched in. This is where we done the demonstration the other day, where I had my boards run up underneath the edges of the vent. Now we got, you hear that? It's all good and solid there. Got all that framed in and plywood done. And we got the hallway here. This is yet to be screwed down. This piece here, it's just sitting there right here. The seam is right here. This is all screwed down and complete. It's all nice and solid. This right here, I must have, it's pretty obvious what's going on here. This piece is a little bit higher than this piece, so I've obviously got there's a brace or something underneath there. Something's bothering it. It got too late and I didn't have time to deal with it. But either way, this is not going down flush with this. So I'm going to pull it back out and see what's stopping it before I go on. You can see I put a couple of screws in it right there. 1, 2, 3, and then even back there 4. Just to try to get it to pull down, but it just wasn't pulling, so there's obviously something under it stopping it. But like I said, I didn't have time to deal with that today because I've got to go. Church is here in just a little bit. Right here, I got to finish up here. It's all framed out and ready to go. I got just a piece of plywood to stick in there. I'll get all that in one piece, and I've yet to do anything back there in that closet. The back of that has got to be torn out and redid. I got the patches here, the 2 holes that was in the floor here. We got them all framed in, and the plywood down here. You can see they are definitely probably the most solid part of this whole mobile now. And this whole section over here along this wall at the back or at this sliding door, we got it all done. And again, it is really good and solid. I'm real happy with the way everything is turning out there. You can hear the difference in this. That's the particle board, and then listen here, big difference. So this is definitely good and solid. I'm real happy. Again, like I said, the way everything's turning out, it's taking a little bit to get it that way. But and earlier on one of my videos here, I was talking about I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this bathroom. This is the one that's got the chipboard down, and I thought it was going to be solid enough to go, but I've examined it further, and in here around the commode, this whole corner right here is all soft. You can hear it. I'm sure you can't see it, but you can hear it moving up and down there. So I will be tearing this out and redoing this bathroom. I wanted to go ahead and get some plywood down. I was tired of seeing all that exposed holes in the floor and stuff like that, so I wanted to go ahead and get some plywood down. But anyway, tomorrow I will have all the plywood down that I've got holes for. All I gotta do is finish covering this bit right there, and then finish covering this over here, and then I'm gonna have to start doing some more demo and framing this bathroom here. I gotta do this whole thing. I'm probably just going to tear this whole thing out. You can see the hole here in the floor, and over here again, it's all soft and moving. Over here by the tub is all soft and moving. So I'm probably going to, rather than just put a whole bunch of patches in here, probably just tear this whole thing out and redo it. So, and so the 2 bathrooms, the back of that closet back there in that room, and this spot right here where I noticed the big dip earlier as I was screwing down the hallway, I think. Oh, and over by the front door. Those are the last few places that I've got to tear out and redo. So I'm glad of that. It's been really fun. I've definitely learned a lot of stuff on this job, and that makes it all worthwhile. I love learning stuff. And this new method of framing that I'm doing here, I really am happy with that. I'm really enjoy doing new stuff like that. So it's always good to learn stuff. I really enjoy learning stuff about the job. But anyway, I just wanted to do a really quick update here and show you guys how far along we was and stuff like that. And tell you guys, fixing to head out. So y'all come back now. You here in about 4.5 hours. I have a premiere coming on. The hotel job. Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate that. You're always good. Thank you, Matt Williams. Peace. Yeah, I got the hotel job I was at where I did the stair treads. I did the landings and the rubber 24 by 24 rubber tiles. So I've got that video coming out at 9:30 tonight. So I'll be able to go to church and be home before that shows. That way I can be there to chat with you guys or whatever, if you guys want to talk or ask any questions or anything like that. So until then, FBSB is out, and join in 4.5 hours, I think 9:30 anyway, whatever time. I'm on mountain time here. So 9:30 tonight. See you then. Thanks for tuning in.